But rest in peace. I'll continue without you. Yeah, okay, I think he's just sleeping, isn't he? In coupons, sweet. What the hell is that in a bush? How did this come about? Who's been here and put that in a bush? My goodness, we're loaded. What the heck? I think Curd Shell is probably the least likely to be used, so I don't like saying that. No, honestly, I think the in coupon's just the least useful right now. In fact, I think I'm actually going to run back to town real quick and empty my inventory. The enemies do respawn pretty frequently around here, so be wary with that. I mean, fuzzies aren't that really good experience for us anymore, so I'm going to avoid them. Like, I fight them the first time we're on a route, just, you know, for the vibes and whatnot, but... For the vibes, I wouldn't want to say, but I'm not gonna like fight them every time I see them. Okay, I'm gonna store maple syrups. We have way many of these. Don't need a life mushroom anymore. I'll keep a super mushroom on us. The whack-a-bump is great, but I think it's best for stealing for later. Storing for later. Keelhaul mango. I think I'll store some of our good items for another time, because they'd be more useful in places like the Pit of 100 Trials than they would be here. Okay, I think it looks good. Yeah, we do have 20 items spaced down because we got the item bag thing from the pit. You do actually need to carry a lot of items in this chapter, so I do recommend getting that item from the pit if you can. It is a little tricky to get down there, of course, so don't feel like you have to. Admiral Bobbery, whatever happened to him? We left him for dead. Oh, Bobbery. Oh, Bobbery is right. Flavio, what do you make of this predicament? Ah, you still alive? Well, we have some fortune left. Such relief for Flavio. I thought some jungle beast was snacking on you. Well, everyone is accounted for. Now, wait a moment. Am I wrong, or are we still missing one man, or one man short, or whatever? That's right. But Bobbery sacrificed himself to save us from the ghosts. Please, we gotta get back and help him. What a lunacy bursts forth from your mouth. His admiral lives? What fortitude! Mario, front and center, I trust you with the mission to save our dear Admiral. Sure, man, I was gonna do that anyway, but, respect, I guess. We get to save. I mean, I gotta say, I really like the graphical upgrade of this place. I haven't mentioned it, but like a lot of areas, like the floor is like really glossy, like Twilight Town specifically. I noticed this, and I don't know if I was that big of a fan of it, but this feels a lot kind of more like it's, you know, it still like feels maybe more like plastic, I guess, than it is like paper, almost in the texture, but it doesn't feel overly glossy. It feels actually a lot nice, a lot kind of, I don't know, subtle. And yeah, we got to fight, of course. Okay, we are back. Rickety bridge. See, there's a little something down there. If we slip between the slots, we'll find the ice power badge. Make Mario's damage proof when jumping on fire enemies. Yes, this is borderline necessary to succeed in this chapter. It is only one badge point, I think. Yeah, it's just a way I can take off for that. Man, that's what the more badge power you have in this game, the little you actually realize you have. I don't think Power Smash is that useful right now. Although multi-bounce, we don't have Spike Shield on, do we? But I guess we have Ice Power now, which would be good for flame enemies, so I'll put that on instead. Doesn't mention this. Oh, it does mention. You have to scroll down more. Look at that. Attack power against fire enemies increases by 1. Damage taken from fire attack drops by 1. So yeah, not only does it let you jump on fire enemies, it also gives you more damage against them, which again makes this fire enemies in this chapter very easy to take out and much more effective. But these things are kind of jank, aren't they? That should be our third Shine Spray. Again, nothing to spend it on. What's that about? I believe there's a pipe right about here. We saw it a little bit in frame. Okay, never mind. We don't want to go through the bridge, we want to go down here and smash the bushes again. And we can use our Yoshi Gust Pal to hover across. And there's a pipe kind of just chilling in the corner here. I like that. And we jump onto this really cartoony island. Strange art style. But we get something called a coconut. Seems strange, but trust me, you're going to want to pick this up now. Again, there's a reason why I suggest having a lot of inventory space in this chapter. So this is how a legend of a sea meets his end, eh? Well, that sounds bad. Probably got bushes to smash. Trees, no. Bushes, no. Thing, no. Gonna ignore that. Smash this. Smash that. Smash this. Come on, don't make me look like a fool. Make it worth it. Come on. Eh. Looks like we got some weird platforms. Don't know what this is about. Cool pirate side though. We can check that. This rock looks like a skull, and hey, there's a spot in the eye where you could put some something. Take a look at the shape in the hull, Gonzalez. Does man do you have anything we've seen? Should it? And so we can check the map as well, because you know there's definitely some danger going on right now. We've made it to Keelhaul Key. 50% of the star pieces, 100% of the shine sprites, and that's about it. Yeah, fun island, I guess. Map kind of boring though. And that looks like some real inflation. I'm not touching that. Well, let's see if we can do this. Time it correctly and oh, ignore that. But now we got the ice power. We should do a whopping 6 damage. That is more than we did before. Trust me, it is. And let's try it again. Great. We can now multi-bounce. We do 4 damage per jump. That's pretty cool. Flame enemies can't be frozen, of course. And then we're just going to... I guess Power Shell probably would have done enough, but I hope something, what, like 1 more FP is fine. We're not running that low. Kind of. So this is what I mean. Why did we have to run from Bobbery before? I mean, we just, like, killed these guys like they were nothing. I knew one of his trees had something in it. Oh, the pain of it all. Oi, Mario, old boy. Okay. I guess those blokes got me a bit better than I thought. I gotta say, this pirate voice is destroying my throat, but carry on. Mario, please hear my last request. I must thank you for taking me out to sea one last time. But there's one thing I need before I go to my rest. Chocola Cola. Now, we heard Chocola Cola back in the, I think it's what they serve in the bar in Rogueport. And considering Bobby is such good friends with the bartender, it actually makes sense he would like that drink. I like that. Of course, it's also a reference to Superstar Saga. I was saving that one bottle, my last memory of Scarlet to celebrate reaching year. I saw it among the floats some drifted toward the island, so I must be somewhere. If I might have just one sip before my final voyage. To be honest, my voice is doing the same thing. Give me that Chocola Cola, old boy. Well, who am I to deny a dying man's wish? And that's what I mean. A lot of backtracking in this chapter. You go. I mean, I didn't have to run back to the shop when I did. Oh, here's the last star piece we're missing. Where is that second last? Nope, we still have a fair bit more to go. Yeah, so a fair bit backtracking. I didn't have to run on the bottom here. I could have gone up top, which would have been better, but I didn't. I mean, the spring makes things a little bit better. But again, backtracking still plagues this game, left, right, and center. And again, it kind of bothers me that everyone puts all that blame on Chapter 4 when it's not even like the worst case of it, in my opinion. At least each backtracking had use there. In this case, it's just kind of because... Well, I don't know why it's because... I'm kind of looking for Chocola Cola. What is that you say? Chocola Cola? Well, why would I have that? But, yes, by the way, Flavio is merely curious. What do you need it for? Bobbery's dying. Well, down animal may soon perish, and he wants to drink it as his last wish. So we are dealing with here is a sort of last request, am I correct? Well, Flavio has no choice. I found it on the beach, but for this noble cause, I yield. However, this Chocola Cola is part of my, our supplies, which we need to survive. Then why are you charging for the stuff on the shop? So I need you to find something to eat to replace this. Oh, this I do not budge. Yes. I'm sure there's something on this island that would be a suitable replacement. So what would you give in exchange for the delectable Chocola Cola, Make it good. I'm editor of Food Pitch Gourmet Weekly, so I know my delicacies. Okay, what are you looking for here is a coconut, which because we found in the back tree. I wonder if the Keel Mango works, but I doubt it because it's not replenishable like the coconut is. And I think you may actually keep that MC given by mistake, so don't do that. Aha! Coconut is not well, this is identified, but somewhat cliched. Well, perhaps I set my hopes too high for a forging non-gourmand such as you. Well, here you go. Take my Chocola Cola and give my regards to the Admiral. Oh, that's not it. If that shape was familiar. You got the Chocola Cola, Flavio's treasure beverage. Actually, it's Bobbery's. Tell him to waft the bouquet, swizzle it gently, and savor all the fine fizziness. Yes, you gotta make it last. You look worried, Toad. Oh, Bobbery. Oh, Bobbery indeed. Hello, guys. Don't know who you are. What happened to your ear? Admiral Bobbery, whatever happened to him? He's dying. Oh, back we go again. Yeah, backtracking for days, I know. Like, I love this chapter because mostly of Flavio. And I just think Keelhaul Key is a really cool environment, but to play it again, it's just kind of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Same thing with Chapter 2, with Chapter 4. Maybe that's the reason I love Chapter 3 so much, because there's no backtracking here whatsoever. And besides a few notable, very specific examples, I don't think any of the rest of the game is backtracking like this, so don't worry. What's up, man? You're good that you're not dead yet. Chocola Cola. Oh, that distinctive bouquet. You brought this? Ah, this glorious flavor, dear boy. It awakens my mouth. So the sea was generous enough to deliver me this one last grace, eh? I have nothing left for this world now. Thank you for granting me my last wish. Now I should be reunited with my dear Scarlet. Farewell, Captain Mayo. Well, Dad's standing up because we gotta hold another funeral. Damn, why did I never prepare anything? Bobbery, you have one of the saddest tales in the game, and I love that about you. You're a man who's been through the ringer, yet you choose to be here anyway. You led us to Keelhaul Key, and although you got shipwrecked, and by shipwrecked I mean thrown overboard before any of us all, somehow we all made it here okay, and I believe that was up to you. I'm sorry this happened to happen to you. Seriously, I could have took those embers the first time. This is kind of on you, actually, now I'm thinking about it. But rest in peace. I'll continue without you. Yeah, okay, I think he's just sleeping, isn't he? Pirates! What are those pirates? Not quite with it yet, huh? What now? Oh, Mario, old boy, it's you. You have adventures in the afterlife world. Capital. Hey, you're still alive, you bozo. Yes, well, really? This isn't a typical tropical paddles for fallen sailors? Oh, right. Not recall, Mario, old boy, we still have work to do. You better take me with you, I should stay. Say, I'm sure my sea legs and explosive personality would be rather useful, eh? Yes, Bobbery has joined our party. This is actually our final party member in this game, but to be honest, Bobbery is hell awesome. I love how much he set up his character before he joins. It makes it all much better. Bobbery's primary ability is something over. Press and release X to throw Bobbery, who will then walk a few steps and explode. He's a bomb after all. I kind of like how Bobbery is your last party member, but in Paper 64, Bombette, which has pretty much the same ability, was like, what, your second, third? Got in Chapter 1 at least. Uses explosions, destroy cracked rocks, blast open cracked walls, and activate switches. Kablamo. With proper aim, you can even toss him up to higher elevations, whatever. Yes, this is something that Bombette couldn't do in the original Paper 64, but Bobbery can be thrown upwards, which is cool. Verticality is always nice. You haven't exploded yet, you can still press X to trigger his explosion right away. Don't forget that option. Alright, Master. Bobbery is also like our single best, like, mass damage doer, whatever, in battle. So if you see like raw damage output, Bobbery's probably your bet. But that's pretty much more or less what he does. We'll get into that as we get into battle. While in battle, he can attack enemies on the ground with Bomb. Best name for ability ever. It's incredibly creative and whatnot. He can also use Bomb Squad to toss out bombs that will explode when the flowing turn ends. Following turns. Why is my brain dying? Sweet. Bobbery. Hooray. Kablamo. I guess we have to go back again. Yeah. To tell Flavio that he's not dead. See what I mean? This chapter has way more egregious backtracking than chapter 4 does. But no one talks about it. Or do they? Do they talk about it? Let me know. And let me know by talking about yourself, and that way it confirms that you do in fact talk about it.